Welcome to TransMissions, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, Optimus Prime downsizes with a Micro Machines playset. Flame Toys has a new Lio Convoy figure you don't have to put together. And we get a good look at the first batch of Transformers EarthSpark figures coming soon. Today is Wednesday, October 19th, 2022, and this is episode 508 of TransMissions.
Welcome to TransMissions, the podcast that learned the true meaning of Schadenfreude after hearing the Alex Jones billion-dollar judgment. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent TransMissions team. Apollo, aka Robo Apollo.
Hi, everyone.
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
We get it, Charles. You know German. Let's talk Transformers.
As always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons, those lovely people who support us on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you all so much for continuing to help us out and support the show. We really appreciate it. And it's because of you that we can keep doing this every week. So thank you. If you'd like to become a Donatreon, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. And that's where you can sign up. There's lots of perks, lots of cool things you get. You get automatic entries into all our contests. You get bonus shows, including We Like Big Bots. That's the new show that Daryl and Dr. Pants have been putting on. It's been going pretty good last few weeks. And of course, there's also the Empire of Rust, our live play RPG podcast. And we do bonus shows for that as well. These are the early uncut versions of the episodes before they come out in the regular show feed. So this week we have episode 87, the Cobalt Jungle. And this will be released exclusive to Donatrons on our Patreon page this Monday, October 17th, or it's already out Monday, October 17th. So as this goes up, you should already have access to it. So enjoy, and you've gotten it a week early before the episode goes up on the free feed. So if you'd like to hear that early, you got to be a Donatron. So hope you signed up. But if not, you can still check out Empire of Rust, the regular show, at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. So, but you'll have to wait another week for episode 87. So enjoy. All right, let's jump right in, and we're going to talk about some toys. Okay, starting off with quick hits. We've got some G1 Transformers found at Dollar Tree. So if you are complaining about the high price and cost of Transformers, you can still find some Transformers that are just $1.25, I guess. They're not the best, but some little figurines. They do have their G1 looking Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream, and Soundwave. For if you have little kids who like Transformers and you want to start them off small, see if they are interested, you can get them these little dollar versions. So check them out at your local Dollar Tree. Collect them all, and they might even show up in Quebec because I see there's French there because you can collectionner le tout. I never studied French, so I have no idea.
Yeah. Good job, Charles.
Yeah, but yeah, dollar Transformers. There you go.
All right, and next up, we have gotten word that Transformers Legacy Minerva has been released in Canada. Yes, the aforementioned figure that does not officially exist is now out and about in Canada. It has been spotted at GameStop stores, which used to be EB Games in Ontario. And if you go out and look, you might find one. So if you're in Canada, Ontario specifically right now, head on out to your local GameStop and see if you spot something that doesn't officially exist.
All right. So the next thing we're talking about is the Micro Machines Transformers G1 Optimus Prime Holler playset found at U.S. retail. So this was first spotted in July earlier this year, and it's a new G1 Optimus Prime truck and trailer, and it converts into a fortified Autobot garage and comes with an exclusive Micro Machines G1's Tracks car. It was found at a Target in Hampton, Virginia, but it's also available online at Amazon.
Next up, it looks like we're getting another Hasbro Pulse fan stream, and this is announced for October 27th. So in a little over a week, we'll have the next fan stream. This will be for premium members. So I'm not sure if that means only premium members will be able to see it. But I guess maybe. But usually, the fan streams are public on YouTube, and if you just you get a chance to watch it. But then the premium Pulse premium members will get a chance to pre-order stuff before everyone else. But maybe this will be exclusive to premium members. So if you are a Hasbro Pulse premium member, let us know how it looks and what kinds of stuff they show off. And I'm sure it'll be filtered into all the news sites after the fact. But we'll look forward to that.
And we've got a Flame Toys Furai Action Lio Prime, and it we got a gallery of it, and this is the already assembled model kit. So you could have bought this, I think, as a model kit, but this is the fully assembled one, and it is going to retail for about $88 US, and it is going to stand about 170 millimeters. So in you guys's what is it? Your Neanderthal measurements. That's that's about just under 7 inches. Yeah, so just under 7 inches tall. So that's a pretty good height. It's this is a really nice figure. They got a really cool gallery here on the TFW page. You can take a look at. It's made out of ABS and die cast, and it's a fully painted, finished product. Includes die cast for solidity and heaviness. It's got almost around 60 articulated positions, and it has a base to support. It includes a cloak, and it can be posed in different positions. So it's very, very cool. The soft goods cape has got a wire in it, so it can hold the position. It's very, very cool. And this Flame Toys Furai Action set is it's looking pretty good, and it's definitely affordable. So if you're looking for something like that, definitely get in on that.
All right. Next topic is Buzzworthy Earth Mode Hound and Transformers Dark of the Moon Hatchet revealed. So these two toys were revealed recently. It only shows them in their robot modes for now, and none of their alt mode photos have been posted yet. And once we find out more information, we'll let you know.
Interesting. So for the Hound, at least, is this the Siege Hound being a redeco of the Siege Hound? That's what I'm wondering, because we've got no information about this.
I think this is a brand new mold, because I don't think this has been. The Siege Hound was really thick. So I have a feeling this is a brand new mold.
Yeah, this looks a lot more like it's not as bulky as the Siege one.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's another case of that Buzzworthy Bumblebee line getting weird figures that are not announced or known about anywhere else. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all our quick hits. So let's go on to our main toy topic. All right. So our main toy topic is coming from Down Under, where the Sydney Oz Comic Con had a big Transformers EarthSpark display. And so there were lots of Transformers EarthSpark toys in view. So we got a bunch of the different sizes. We got one of the new characters, Twitch, and then a bunch of other characters, and all the different size classes here. Like here, I mean, starting off, there's a bunch of bumblebees. We're getting to the point where we're getting we're approaching bumblebee saturation again. But you can see like the from one step changer all the way up to I guess that's warrior class is the big one.
It might be ultimate
Ultimate
or
maybe?
ultra,
Okay.
ultra or ultimate.
But yeah, I think and I guess one of them the bumblebee comes with a little Mo, the little the girl, the human girl that's part of the Malto family. It comes with one of those figurines. But here you can see the comparisons of the size classes in robot mode and car mode. We've also got Twitch, one of the new Terran Transformers, they have the EarthSpark because they were born on Earth. And you see the packaging here. Then the Mandroid is a Build-A-Figure. So I guess all the warrior class figures will have pieces of the Mandroid that you can put together. So the new villain for the EarthSpark cartoon. Some more packaging images here. There's Twitch in the flesh there. All sides there. And you can see there's a Megatron here. And then we've got packaging of Optimus Prime and Elita 1. We've got Megatron, Bumblebee, and Twitch there. There's the one-step changers for Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Packaging. Here's the little guys again. I know Daryl. I'm sure Daryl will complain about these. These little guys are not the best.
Listen, they're
that's an interesting picture there.
Right
there. They are what they are, right? So
they're the one-step changers are registering their disgust with you, Daryl. And we've got Wheeljack, one-step changer here too. Then Optimus Prime, of course. Don't see a mouth. The toys never have a mouth. Of course, they make him have a mouth in the show, but the toys always have his faceplate up. There's the new combined faction symbol with the Autobot logo and the tiny piece there, and that's on Elita 1 as well. So I guess she also has that like combined symbol, and Elita 1 looks pretty good as for the EarthSpark line. And then we're back to the beginning. So yeah. So I mean, these pretty much look to be the replacement for Cyberverse. So I mean, not a lot of not surprising that the toys are not as intricate or detailed as the Generations lines. But Daryl, what do you think of this initial offering here? Are any interest in these toys?
Well, I mean, there's a slight interest, but I gotta cut them out because I can't buy everything. So the second largest Bumblebee has a really cool frontal look to him. I just you turn him to the side and he loses all interest to me. But when you look at him straight on, he looks kind of cool. I like the idea that they're actually going ahead with this. They're going to continue with this Build-A-Figure kind of a deal. So their main villain is Mandroid, and he's not a transforming figure, but they can produce a figure of him by just throwing bits and pieces in other figures along the line. So you can get a Mandroid, you just got to buy the whole line, and that's really cool. It doesn't need to be a Transformer. You can, you can get a whole Mandroid, just by buying the whole line, and it's just a humanoid character. So I like that, and it's something that I've always kind of wanted Transformers to kind of take from other lines. Is you can have your humanoid characters, just include them in with the rest of your your other characters. So I'm glad they're finally starting to do that. And with the same with Cyberverse and whatnot, the and then the previous like RID 2015, the deluxe and the warrior class lines, they're going to be where the interesting toys are for me. Warrior class really was a standout in Cyberverse for me, and it seems like that's probably going to be the case here. But Deluxe has got some good looking figures so far too. I like it in these pictures how on the back of the Twitch box, they've actually redacted a few characters. So the first picture we actually have, I think it's 3 characters are redacted, and then on the second one they've redacted 4. So they neglected to redact Optimus Prime as an upcoming character on the first picture, and then on the fourth or the second picture they have him redacted. So there are 2 other pictures that, or sorry, 3 other pictures of characters that are upcoming that we don't know what they are. Now obviously whomever was in the room knows what they are. But it is showing that the back of this picture is obviously showing, it shows the Mandroid figure and what parts are coming with which figures. It also does show that this are expected to available early 2023. It's down at the bottom, circled in magenta here. But this is definitely taking something from the Marvel Legends line and showing, this is your wave. Here's your Build-A-Figure, go get them all. And I really like that. It's something that kind of induces collectivity amongst the fandom. So yeah, I like it. It looks good. It's not going to be something I chase just because I can't buy everything. So, but it looks good.
Cool. Apollo, what do you think of these figures?
Well, I think you're right that this is like these are the replacement toys for Cyberverse, but I do think that the deluxe size, which is what Twitch is, right? They
Mhm.
look a little more sturdier than the Cyberverse toys. Like, it looks like there's parts that are filled on the toy that wouldn't have been filled on the Cyberverse toys. Those ones, like from the front, they looked fine, but like on the back, nothing was filled in on them. So like they would have trouble standing, or they'd, in the case I have a few of the Starscream ones, like they just fall apart, like fall and just like you know, break. Like, so, but I like the designs, and Nick Roche was the character designer for the show, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I love the designs. Like, I think that's really cool. I'll probably pick up at least one of these figures, most likely Twitch, just because we have a new Transformer character. He's a Terran, which isn't even a faction that's ever existed before. So, um, I think that's really cool. Obviously, if there's a Starscream, I'll get that. If Starscream's revealed, if and or when. But yeah, I think it's good that I like that they have the different ones for different levels, like different ages. So I think that's good too. Get people in younger, like kids into it because this is a kids show. I'm really excited about the show actually. So like I just wish we would get the quality toys that we get with the legacy line. I'd like something that's pretty sturdy. So we'll see how this Twitch toy is. I know it's not posed very well in that photo, but I hope that it can stand on its own, and it's posable to some degree.
Mhm.
So that, that's my biggest thing is like, they know that there's a lot of fans who are adults that, we have jobs and money. It's like, it'd be nice if we could get like, not even all the characters invested as like the more, like the legacy line of toys, but, um, I don't know, like we just got an Alita 1 over in Legacy and then now there's an Alita here too, and the one from Legacy is kind of similar to this design. So, maybe that's their way of compromising with that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I mean, definitely I'm interested in the new characters like Twitch in particular, and then I guess the other one is Thrash, is
Mhm.
the other his sister, who I guess we haven't seen the toy of yet. Um, but yeah, I mean, new characters are always interesting. But I feel like all the legacy characters, there are better versions of them in other toy lines. So it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, this you've got a new Alita 1 here, but I mean, despite my issues with I did actually pick up the Alita 1 for Legacy, and I don't feel the need to get another Alita 1 here that's kind of, not quite as as detailed, and like the paint apps, you can tell on this Alita 1 are like she's all pink. It's there's no you know kind of variety, or just a tiny bit of highlights here, but yeah, you can definitely tell it's not as intricate as the legacy version.
No,
So,
it's not. There's not as much detail in it. I am excited to see who else they'll reveal in the first wave. 'Cause if from the trailer, we've already had Soundwave revealed as a character, we've had
mhm,
Skywarp revealed as a character, so there are more characters that they've shown in the trailer. It's just, well, are there going to be toys of those? And usually in the past they do, Skywarp and for sure Soundwave, but,
mhm.
um, it'll be interesting to see what the rest of these toys when they're revealed, what, we'll get. I like the idea of the Build-A-Figure and that it is a non-transforming character, the Mandroid, so, um, it is kind of weird at the same time too that they don't have the villain directly for sale, but maybe they will in wave 2 if there's a wave 2 for this line of toys. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, so those are my thoughts. Like I'm probably gonna pick up Twitch for sure. Not sure on this Alita one. Like I want to get the Legacy one. Might get the Megatron just because it's inspired by the IDW design. So, um, but if I'm just gonna buy one, it'll be Twitch.
Yeah, and the Megatron, he also reminds me of the Transformers animated version that was a helicopter. So it's interesting. They pulled a couple of different like from a different inspirations there. So,
Yeah, I think that's
cool.
really cool with how they designed him for this.
Yeah, and I'm curious as to like how what the backstory is with Megatron. I guess we should talk about in that alt mode, because
Yes.
we have more to discuss there. All right. Well, that's all our toy topics. So let's move on to our trips to the store.
The Transmissions podcast will return after these messages.
All right. And Trips to the Store is, as always, brought to you by our friends at TeePublic and our TeePublic store, which you can go to at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. And you can get some cool Transmissions merchandise like shirts. You can get mugs. I think a bunch of other things too. Masks. If you're still wearing masks, you probably should still wear masks these days. COVID's still out there, so I'd encourage you to still wear masks when you can. You don't have to on the show, Daryl. The virus doesn't go through the internet, so it's not
Yes.
that kind of virus. But when you're
They
physically
tell
around
me. I
other
mean,
humans,
they tell me it's 5G now, so I.
It transmits through the microphone.
But yeah, so if you'd like to help us out and buy some of our merchandise on TeePublic. Also, if you buy anything from TeePublic through our link, that helps out the show. So just go to transmissionspodcast.com/shop and check it out. All right, so let's start off with what we got this week. I'm going to go first. And I took advantage of the Amazon Prime. Well, I forget what it was called. The early day, discount days, whatever it was. It was for Prime members on a couple days last week. And in the Discord, one of our members gave us the heads up that there was a sale for a bunch of Transformers, in particular. Kingdom Rodimus Prime was half off.
Hot damn.
At Amazon. So I said, yes, I passed on this at $80, but I was okay with $40 to get this. So I picked this up. And, this goes nicely with my legacy Galvatron that I picked up a little while ago. And I got this thanks to Apollo giving me some FOMO. So I followed in
Those
your
are some
footsteps,
nice
Apollo.
boxes. Some nice boxes you got there, Charles.
But now I have both of the season 3 G1 leaders. So I'm gonna get these guys out
in their boxes. Yeah,
they're coming out soon. They're coming out, Daryl.
Okay,
they're coming out. Don't judge me. They're coming out.
We'll get Gaio to write in like 3 months.
You're now a box
ask.
collector.
Yeah.
A lot of matrices in these boxes. I think I got like 10 matrices. All the little every figure comes with a matrix now. But yeah, I was glad. And I'm if anyone is looking for a Power of the Primes Rodimus Prime, I'm looking to get rid of that one.
That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. It's their hot rod in there is really underrated. So don't be such a hurry to get rid of that one. It's quite good.
Okay. Maybe I'll stick around for a little while. All right. Daryl?
I am the worst person to talk to about your collecting. I am terrible.
So many opinions.
I know. All right. I owe everyone here an update on something that I've had sitting in my background for a while that I never actually fully updated everyone on. I was doing like a weekly thing here, it seemed, but never actually updated everybody on the final thing. So here it is in its fully combined form. This is the Moon Studios Radiatron up close and personal. He is fully assembled and heavy as all get out, and I love it. It's awesome. And yeah, this thing is freaking great. I'm super stoked to have him. And yeah, he's really solid. There are people out there that have had issues combining the torso together, and they complain a lot online. But if you're out there and you're one of them, just keep at it, because once it connects, it's crazy solid. Like, this thing is really, really solid. It doesn't move, and you can put him in unbelievable poses, and he just does not waver. So really, the back, like, I mean, it's really solid. This thing weighs a ton too. Like, it's quite heavy. So yeah, really super happy to have him. And yeah, I can't imagine the Takara one coming close to the quality of this one, but it's not official. So, do with that what you will. The other thing that I have, I did tease it a little earlier, and I think Charles gave me the topic because he kind of knew what I was going to talk about. I got a tip from DJ Ronan that these things had shown up at my GameStop, so I went and I bought Minerva. So I have a non-existing figure here.
I did not know you had picked that up, Daryl. That's awesome.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so Minerva here in her for glory. I did not get an Alita one because I knew that I would get an Alita, or sorry, a Minerva here at one point. Are you gonna focus? You're gonna focus on me, you bastard. Come on.
All those
There you go.
webcams.
Yeah. So the face is just great. Yeah. And I mean, this one has a window in the box, Charles, so I can leave it in the box. So, but yeah, it's great.
And she has a light bar instead of a hat, I guess.
That's right. Yeah. So it looks pretty good. I will take it out eventually because I don't actually. This is my first Minerva. I've never owned a Minerva. So yeah, but yeah. In Canada here, it is $35.99. Unless you have an Edge card, it's $32.99. So that's the price of deluxe here.
Do you have an Edge card?
Of course I do. That thing has been gold to me. So I think it's like $7 or $8 for an Edge card, and I mean I instantly save 3 right there. So yeah, you only have to buy a few figures and you get it back. So yeah, and it's worth its weight in gold to have an Edge card if you buy Transformers. So yeah, but that's it. That's what I got this week. If you are looking for a Minerva and you are in Canada, start checking your GameStops.
All right. Apollo, we're going to wrap it up with you.
All right. So I don't have anything that I've bought that's new, but and I might have shown this before on the show. I don't know if I have, but my friend DJ Ronan, you're getting another shout out, a while ago, mailed me some stuff, and I'm unpacking at my new house, so I want to show my things. So not sure which version of TFP Starscream this is, but I think it came with a candy.
It's a Kinder Surprise.
Yeah, Kinder Surprise. Yep. So this is really cool. So this is added to the Starscream shrine. So really cool.
Nice.
And then he also sent me some art, which this one, I'm going to take it out of this protector so it doesn't shine everywhere. It's by an artist, James Marsh, James Otron on Twitter. This is his art.
That's very cool.
And yeah, no, this is really cool because I remembered when he posted he had prints for sale, and I'm like, oh, I want that, but I don't want to pay for shipping. So that was really cool. And then this was also included, so it's a Charlie Brown inspired art of Starscream and Megatron. So
nice.
I know I thanked you, DJ, like months ago when you sent this stuff to me, but thank you so much for sending this to me. These are added to my treasures, the Starscream shrine.
You should have told me he was sending you a care package, then I could have included some things.
Oh, well, I don't think I knew it was coming, if I'm remembering right. It was a few months ago, but a lot.
DJ, we got to coordinate here, bud. I mean, we're in the same town.
But yeah, I am too. I had them packed. I packed them. I think I actually hand brought those in the house with me, because I just didn't want them to get messed up by the movers. Like all my Transformers stuff, I packed myself and I moved into the new house because I just, wanted to make sure they arrived in one piece. So, but that's all I have to show this week. Hopefully I'll have something else next time.
All right.
And I wanted to say, Daryl, I remember when you went down that route of getting the train bots and you decided to go third party.
So yep.
Congratulations on completing your quest. Like, that's really a cool accomplishment.
It only took money. So
yeah, money and time, right?
That's right. Yep. Yep. It's just over $900 Canadian sitting there. So yep.
Yowza. Okay.
Don't tell my wife.
Hopefully she doesn't watch the show.
Yeah.
She could care less.
I won't say anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
We Transformers fans, we don't have to we don't worry about anything to do with like extramarital affairs. We worry about keeping our Transformers collections away from our significant others.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully this is not the last trips to the store featuring Daryl because he got murdered by his wife, but we're good.
We'll find out next week.
Yeah. An extramarital affair would be cheaper.
All right, let's get back to the show.
We now return to the Transmissions podcast.
We're back from our trips to the store, and so we're jump right into convention news. Take it away, Daryl.
All right, and in convention news this week, we got a few things actually. Number one, we got the first announcement from the TFNation 2023 Mini-Con, and that is that John Paul Bove, heard of him, he's going to be attending, so that's cool. Feels like a pretty easy get for them. He's just got to walk out the door and walk down the street a little bit, but he's pretty fun, I guess, if you like British people. So yeah, he's cool. I like him. Next up, the full convention of TFNation has been announced for next year, and they have picked August 11th through the 13th. So set your calendars, and we will once again, make plans to try and go, and then watch as the dates pass us by, as we can't go probably. So, but August 11th through the 13th is when TFNation 2023 will be going on the full convention. Now, as far as the convention that's happening this weekend that you want to attend, and that is the TFcon Chicago, we have got some guest announcements. They have announced that former creative manager for Hasbro, Rick Alvarez, will be in attendance, and he's attended before. He gives a good panel, and he's a good guy to talk to about what stuff that Hasbro can and can't do, kind of stuff. He was a creative manager, so he's got some inside information there that you can definitely talk to him about. They also announced the custom class figure for TFcon Chicago, and that is going to be it's going to be a customized RID strong armor is what they're calling it. And this is a let's see, what's the actual figure? So it's it's like a Studio Series Ironhide, I guess, or what's the figure? Do you recognize the figure, Charles? I don't recognize it off the top because I don't have it.
I believe you're right. Studio Series Ironhide or Studio Series Ratchet, or no, right? Studio Series Ratchet. Yeah,
must be Ratchet. Yeah. So it's the Ratchet figure, and then they've got the a new head that is being supplied by Renderform, and this is a very good looking head for this figure. If you ever wanted a strong arm figure, this is a really cool way to go about getting one. And the custom class is it fills up fast, so there's potential that by the time you're hearing this, it's already filled up. But take a look and see. This is very cool. Sometimes they're able to buy the custom class materials after the fact, so you can kind of just do it at home. But this is really cool. So take a look at that if you're interested. The tentative schedule for TFCon Chicago is out, and you can take a look at it online. Just go to tfcon.com, and you can find all the listings there. And as far as the schedule goes, there are two things that stand out immediately. Number one is that the third-party panel is going to be happening, and that is on Saturday. And we will be streaming that live, right, Charles?
Yes, the link's already there. You can go. We'll have a link in the show notes. You can go put it on your browser, bookmark it, have it ready to go.
Fantastic. So we're going to have that ready to go. And also, if we are in attendance at a TFcon, then we're probably going to be part of a podcaster roundtable. So this is also going to happen. This is the last panel of the show, and it is on Sunday. And I believe it's at 4 or 4:30, I think. So it's the last thing of the show. So if you are waiting for the like a plane or something, and you're not leaving until Monday or whatever, come join us in the panel room. We'll be there talking away, chatting with a bunch of other podcasters. So
this is Jeremy's project, so hopefully he'll be able to live stream both of these things as well. So and it's since it's in Chicago, they're on Central Time, so 4:30 p.m. Central Time. It'll be 5:30 p.m. Eastern,
right,
and 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time.
Watch our socials, because we'll be tweeting out about it, and we'll be tweeting out links and stuff like that to it on those Facebook, Twitter, those kind of things. Last thing, if you are in attendance at TFCon Chicago, you should join our Discord, because we've got a whole Discord channel dedicated to TFCon Chicago, where we are all set up in there, and you can use it to interact with other listeners or other people that are at the show. You can use it to just kind of quickly message somebody, hey, room 1016 has got a parts party, come and check it out. Or you can tweet pictures of saying, Alex Milne's down in the bar drawing right now, you want to come check it out, or something like that. You can quickly shout out to a whole bunch of people that would get a kick out of this stuff, instead of just kind of blasting it to Twitter, where may or may not somebody might see it. Right, you can kind of dedicate it to people who are kind of at the show right now, and it's pretty fun. We've used it for a number of conventions, and come and take a look at it. If you're not attending the show, you can always watch what's going on. But if you're at the show, then you can kind of use it and make use of it. If you're not at the show, then it gets really messy, and so yeah. But it's a fun little channel, and makes people that are there have been able to make really good use of it. But that's it. That's all we got for convention news.
Okay, and we will finish up the show with some feedback. And Daryl, this feedback is all for you. And
boy.
Dr. Pants. Well, I mean, you guys, your We Like Big Bots show that's going strong.
It's true, yeah.
And we got a comment from, or a couple of comments from, one of our Donatrons, Triclops, who watched your last episode, which was on Power Master Optimus Prime.
Okay.
So Triclops writes in, Power Master Optimus Prime is such a great mold. I don't have a vintage copy, but instead the Universe book box release and the Takara Tomy reissue as well. I wanted both versions to have representation of both countries' sets of characters. So I ended up doing the Siege on Cybertron Titan's Return Magnus Prime and the Takara Tomy Legends God Bomber. It was more cost effective for me to do instead of going full Takara Tomy for the pair, as I was already going to buy the Siege of Cybertron set, and I had already purchased the Titan's Return Power Master Optimus Prime. This way I can have the combined mod with an interesting deco due to Magnus alongside Power Master Optimus Prime as a standalone. As a side note, who remembers the DX9 D04 armor kit for Evasion Mode Optimus Prime that gave us as close to a Neo G1 Power Master Optimus Prime as we could get via a movie figure? So, you know a little bit about Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, don't you, Daryl?
I do. And it's funny because Triclops must have written that, comment before I whipped out my Evasion Mode Optimus Prime with the modded DX9 DO4 armor kit on it. So that is exactly the thing that he mentioned about. But yeah, I have that exact kit. it's back there now. It's kind of packed away. It's behind some boxes, but it's an amazing kit. And so there's some really cool stuff that Dr. Pants and I have showed off on those shows. And we both have been in this fandom for a while and collecting figures for a while. And some of these add-on kits have they are there's some old ones, right? So I've been lucky enough to just when I first started collecting third-party stuff, I really just got into the third-party add-on kits. I really didn't get into the figures. So a lot of these add-on kits that I have are quite old, by comparison. And it's really kind of interesting to kind of take a look back on them. And sure, some of them have not aged very well, but then there's some of them like that DX9 armor kit that are really kind of special, and they're nice. They're nice to kind of look back on, and they do wonders with Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, which is a very cool figure in and of itself. But when you add on this kit, it turns it into like this anime Power Master Optimus Prime, which is just it's wild, and it's a very cool kit to kind of mess around with. Yeah. So yeah, if you are a Patreon of ours, a Donatreon as we like to call them, you have full access to this show. It's a we like big bots, and Dr. Pants and I are just we have a lot of fun chatting about some big freaking chunks of plastic we have in our collections. So yeah, take a look and let us know what you think, and we'll see what we come up with next. We got rooms full of big bots in here, so we got lots to talk about.
All right. And that will take us to the end of this episode of Transmissions. Apollo, thanks again for joining us this week. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you and your stuff online?
Right. So you can find me at RoboApollo on Twitter. But I'm actually more active right now in the Transmissions Discord server, which was mentioned earlier in the show. So if you want a fun community of very knowledgeable Transformers fans, join this server. It's been a really positive experience for me being a part. On Wednesday nights, I haven't attended one of these in a few months, but there's usually like a unofficial hangout session, like it's a trips to the store with just people on the server. I believe it starts at 8 p.m. Pacific time. I'm not 100% sure if that's true anymore, but check it out. It's free to join Discord. It doesn't cost money to join the server. So, yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Yeah, so check that out at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. And that's where you can find a link to our Discord and sign up and join. Yeah. And it's free for everyone. So just join up. All right. Of course, at the end of every episode of Transmissions, we give a shout out to our Masterpiece Donatrons. So those are the folks who continue to support the podcast at our highest level on Patreon. So we really appreciate those guys' support. So thank you again to John 4X Levengood and Demon Tech 82. We really appreciate it, and that's why we give you a shout out in every episode. So thanks, and thanks again. And thank you everyone for watching and listening to this episode of Transmissions. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our Transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.
So we'll start off with quick hits. And all right.
You have given yourself the first one.
I know. I have to. Jeremy does the behind the scenes stuff, so I got to figure this out. Jeremy's editing this, so hopefully he'll edit this part out. All right, now I can switch it.
Leave it in.
You got to do some editing, Daryl.
It's always the best the way it is. It's just
Daryl likes it raw.
Oh. Who have you been talking to?
I don't know. I wonder.
That's what she said?
All right. Jeremy, don't cut that bit out. Just put that away. Don't throw that piece of audio away, please.
We got to stop laughing so I can cut to the next thing so Jeremy has a clean edit. All right. All right.
Charles.
I was getting there.
Not fast enough.
All right. Cut this part out, Jeremy.
Instructions for editing for Charles, Jeremy. Make Charles look good.
All right. Daryl, would you like to do convention news? Do you think you could do that?
Sure. Yeah, sure. What the hell? Leave it in, Jeremy.
All right, go ahead. I was gonna
you can go ahead. That's fine. Okay. You can talk. That's fine. I'll let you talk.